A very good evening, students. So today we have another video of our running chapter 6, Habitat and Adaptations. So students, I have released two videos earlier, and in those videos we have discussed about habitat and adaptations with their plants and animals. We have discussed about desert habitat, rainforest habitat and your grassland habitat along with their plants and animals. So today we are going to discuss about mountain habitat. Mountains are the coldest, treeless and most harsh habitat. These regions are covered with snow all the year round. And due to this kind of situation, the temperature will rise up to 0 degrees Celsius for few months in a year. So as you easily see that there are mountains covered with snow and mountains with low-lying plants. So here are some facts about the low-lying plants on the mountains, and that is your climate. Low-lying plants that grow on mountains, like your mountain shrubs, mountains plant have grounded stem, flower blooms in bunches, evergreen plants are found in mountains. So students, due to the harsh climate, or you can say the coldest climates, those plants cannot grow that much tall. Okay, so that's why their height will be short. If we are talking about the animals that well adapted to live in polar regions are, that is your polar bear, penguin, walruses, snow owl, etc. So what will be the unique feature for these? So most of animals, as you can see in the given pictures, grow long, thick coat of fur and store fat under their skin to keep their body warm. Okay, so another example of the mountains goat and your blue birds. As you can see, their body is fully covered with thick fur. So most of animals are living in polar regions like Antarctica and Arctic. Antarctica and Arctic are called the tundras. So tundras and mountains adaptations will be similar. Okay, and in tundras also the temperature rises above 0 degrees Celsius for only a few months each year. And if we are talking about the animals in Antarctica and Arctic, so there will be the same polar bear, reindeer, Arctic hares, Arctic foxes, seals and walruses. Let's come on to the another and the last habitat in your given syllabus, that is ocean. So ocean, around 70% Earth's surface covered with the ocean water. Ocean water is salty, so it's also known as marine water. So in the given picture, there are 4 specific oceans: your Pacific Ocean, your Atlantic Ocean, your Indian Ocean and your Arctic Ocean, this one. So this is how your Earth's surface is covered with your ocean water. So creatures that adapted to live in water. So all we know that different kinds of creatures are found under the water, like your crabs, jellyfish, starfish, corals, sharks, whales, habitat of the ocean. Students, we all are familiar that oceans are so deep that very little or no light can reach to the floor or at the bottom of your ocean. So that is why it is difficult for plants to grow there. So most seaweeds grow near the surface. So have a look on the seaweeds. Seaweeds grow near the surface. Like your plants, many fishes found deep below in the oceans have adapted by developing light emitting organs. And these animals also known as your bioluminescent creatures. So bioluminescent creatures, they have a different kind of feature for emitting light, and with the help of that light they will send signal to attract prey. So as you can see that jellyfish has emitting light, starfish has also bioluminescence chemical present on their body surface. Okay, and oceans and beaches look like stars are blinking under the sea due to such bioluminescent creatures. So students, this is how we have variety of plants, we have variety of animals, we have variety of creatures on our earth, and they are well adapted to their specific habitat. But on the other hand, human activities have spoiled the natural habitat to a large extent. So thereby